Welcome back. Career criminals continue their abuse as Democrats keep turning them loose. And they won't take the blame for releasing thugs who rob, kill, and maim. Yes, it's the most mind-blowing statistic since that year I dated all the Osmonds. In New York, just 10 criminals were responsible for nearly 500 crimes in less than 1,000 days. And all of those crimes were at my local Walgreens. It took them weeks to restock my ointment. Boy, they don't like that joke at all. Anyway, that's according to NYPD stats obtained by the New York Post, which is owned by our parent company, Radio Shack. It's all happened since 2020's bail reform, which stripped judges from setting bail on nearly all misdemeanors and nonviolent felonies. The result, 10 perps, 500 arrests, less than 3 years. They're making a bigger mockery of law and order than the casting of Ice-T. I like that. Was funny. I'd never like him playing a cop. What say you, Mayor Adams? Is our criminal justice system insane?
Our criminal justice system is insane. Time and time again, our police officers making arrests, and then the person who is arrested for assault, felonious assaults, robberies, and gun possessions, they're finding themselves back on the street within days, if not hours, after arrest.
Now, many of those repeat arrests were for thefts. But it's sad when the good news is only thousands of thefts. What a relief. But Adams also dropped this whopper of a stat on gun crime.
This year, 2,386 people were arrested with a gun. Of those, approximately 1,921 are out on the street. Gun arrests in custody, 19.5%. Out of custody, over 80%.
Got to do something about it. You literally have to shoot someone to go to jail. So whose fault is this? Surely the lawmakers bear some responsibility, am I right? Well, New York Governor Kathy Hochul is passing the buck so fast, she tore her rotator cuff.
What we gave judges was the ability to consider severity of the offense. Is this a repeat offense? Is there a history involved here? I believe in accountability at all levels, and people can't just be saying that they don't have something when they do have it to make that as an excuse.
God, what an idiot. Accountability at all levels? I wish. Then she'd lose her job faster than a porn star with monkeypox. Anybody can get it. Here's an idea. How about just repealing bail reform instead, you knucklehead? Or at least start appointing warlords, right? Hell, if we're not going to lock them up, we should just give them an award.
Welcome back to the Primetime Thuggies. And now for the final award of the evening.
And here are the nominees for New York's Best New Criminal.
Jimmy Two Toes, 88 arrests, failure to appear in court 14 times, and robbing a Foot Locker managed by his own father.
Wow. Frankie the Spike, mugging every single customer at his local Denny's, then refusing to leave the scene before finishing his Grand Slam.
And lastly, Gary Grand Larceny Davis, stealing 39 flat-screen TVs from Best Buy and reselling them in their parking lot.
And the winner is Frankie the Spike. Frankie could not be here today because he's out robbing that Denny's again. Here to accept the award on his behalf is his lawyer.
Thank you. My client has prepared a speech I'd like to share. I'll never stop mugging.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. That's all the time we have. We want to thank our sponsor, the New York State Judicial System, for doing absolutely nothing to stop these people. Thank you, good night.
Tyrus, I don't even like doing crime segments anymore because I feel like we don't have anything to say about it except the ugly realities. Do you have anything, solutions, thoughts, things to raise our spirits?
These stats, they mean absolutely nothing. There's 10 guys doing it. How many guys are not getting arrested? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's a lot more than that. We just had an administration that made sure they got 86,000 new tax cops.
Right.
I think we could use a quarter of that just in the streets here. Like It's laughable. When you got to be careful when you hear stuff like this, because I used to hear this a lot in a kid in my neighborhood. There's only a few of them. It would be so easy to round them up, so we don't have to change anything. We just got to get those 10 off the streets, and everything will be great, guys. It's only 700 people in the whole city. Huh? Is that what it is? Is that why my house gets robbed every week and you can't go in the streets in the neighborhood? It's complete. We can't fall for that. This is another one of the progressive moves to give us stats, because if they really cared, you're the governor. Why are you not fire the DA?
Right.
You're the mayor. Why are you not doing emergency thing? You could get troops in the state. You could do things if you really wanted to. Giving us stats and tricking us into thinking that, I mean, because there will be people watching that going, it's just 10 people. We'll just lock those guys up. And, oh, my God, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there'll be 10 more people. They have no idea.
Right. Ellis, you just moved to the East Coast, not in the city. Smart move. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I'm from England. We don't have crime there. We're very... no, I joke. Look, it looks to me like the governor's blaming the judges. That's what I hear. And then the mayor is blaming the governor, and everyone's blaming everyone else. And it seems like this has been going on for a long time. Why does it take, to your point, why does it take so long to repeal?
Yeah.
And do something about the crime. But I think this is a symptom of what happens when you defund the police and you have these movements in San Francisco and New York and Minnesota, and you look at the rising crime, blah, 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 blah. Something has to happen. People want to feel a bit safe.
Have you bought a gun yet?
I have not.
Oh, you'll love it.
Really?
Yeah. I'll go gun shopping with you.
Where does one go gun shopping?
Oh, I can show you some places.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike Baker's basement.
Yeah.
Mike's busy. He's going to be taking the audience away for a retreat.
Exactly. Yeah. Everybody gets a gun, too.
Yeah. The only problem is there's usually like a severed finger still in the trigger. Kat, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, the thing that really makes me upset is the gun thing. The people are getting caught with, illegal guns on the streets and they're going back out. And the people that are allowing this to happen are the same people who say we need to go after legal gun owners who lawfully would like to own a gun, and demonizing that and those people. That is something that really, really pisses me off, because it couldn't be less obviously completely disingenuous, but it has real effects on people's ability to keep themselves safe.
No, it's true. It's true. You have to jump through so many hoops to get a gun, and but yet I should just buy them on the street, Mike, like everybody else does.
And
right?
they say the fact that I would like to have a gun, that I'm a bad person for that.
Yeah, exactly.
For wanting a puncher's chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm extremely murderable.
Yes, that's true. I've tried. Baker, how is this crime wave going to end?
Well, it won't until there's consequences for crime. And look, they've got all sorts of case studies, and nobody wants to talk about it, that shows that jail time actually, resolves recidivism. It actually does work. You want to be smart about it, but until there's consequences, this not going to change. But also, I think an important point is, I'm really surprised your ointment joke didn't get more of a response.
It's interesting. We're going to be doing some test runs on new ointment jokes.
Yeah.
But some, it runs hot and cold. Sometimes you'll get an audience that's all they want are ointment jokes.
Yeah.
And they won't laugh at anything else. And then you have pro-poop jokes.
Yeah.
Audiences, they get so upset if there are no poop jokes. But then if I have too many poop jokes. So it's like a lot of the bodily function ointment jokes it's a complex issue, Mike.
It is complex. It's layered. And I always thought ointment was one of those 3 words that I thought you could never, failed to get a laugh. Ointment, moist. It's just fun to say.
Yeah.
And fun to be. And did I say?
No, you can't think of a third one.
No,
Yeah.
I know. Hockey puck. Hockey puck's another one. Try saying hockey puck, everybody.
Stop harassing the audience.
Hey, he's legit. This bastard's evil.
What is he? What did these people do to you, Baker?
I'm just asking. It's funny.
Were you up really early?
I was up really early.
I can tell. I can always tell when people are up very early, and it's always the guest in that chair.
Yeah.
They're like, I did 3 shows today.
Shut
up! This is more important, Mike Baker! All right, up next, these 2 prove life is pleasant, unless you're a peasant.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.